How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Welcome back to this week's Adventure Quest video. And before we start with the main release for today's video, which I'm really excited about, I'm going to show you guys the way that I found out to best farm Wabio. Okay, this is the fastest way in my opinion. Okay, you might have a faster way depending on your build and depending on your items, I don't know, but of course it's still slower compared to like your fruitcake zap backlash and whatnot, but this thing gives you 5 million gold per kill, so keep that in mind. And of course it will be a little bit faster if I didn't have so many paintings that I'll have to cycle through. I hope the AQ staff can actually change this. Like every time I want to look at my paintings, it cycles through everything. I don't know why there's a need to do that. Like I think it's a very old part of the game, probably part of the old core. I don't know if it's intended or not, but maybe they can just remove the cycling through, especially for people with a ton of paintings. Okay, now I am doing this again today, but if you are consistently doing it, then you should be a lot faster. Okay, so let's see how fast I can do this. I record on average, each run takes me about slightly under 3 minutes, just slightly under 3 minutes. Okay, so obviously I want to first start off in a fully defensive armor. I bought the Kuga Neko just for this armor. Any energy shield will do actually. And for the pets, I want to bring out Thunderlord's Ravens, okay, and have him do the burning strikes. Now someone actually suggested in my comments below that the burns actually get past his damage cap, which makes burns really good. Oh, I actually forgot. Okay, you want to start with a full SP bar first. My bad. Okay, so let us flee. Oops, I forgot. Okay, so obviously you want to have everything set up properly before you go ahead and attempt the fight. This is good enough. Okay, so you want to go with a full hit SP bar, and before you end off the battle, you can regain your SP bar first, so you don't have to exit and come back here and watch through the stupid painting cycling again before fighting him again. So you can just click play again if you restore your SP bar at the end of the battle, which is what I like to do. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, for weapons, it really doesn't matter what you're using. I'm just going to use Infinitia stuff. You can go ahead and do something. You can go ahead and use another weapon. Honestly, it doesn't matter, in my opinion, because the bulk of the damage won't come from your weapons. It might be slightly faster if you use a better weapon, but I don't think there is a real need to do that. So I'm going to do Arcane M and Una Polka. There's no need for me to do Moonwalker's Grace because it doesn't really do much. So I'm just going to skip through that. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to do Crushing Power. Okay, Resistor. Sometimes it resistor, sometimes it doesn't. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Bring out my gas here. Okay, I'm going to do Essence Orb. And now for the fun part, which is, first of all, what I want to do is use the Shadow Feeder Pendant and get as many turns as I possibly can. Usually, it shouldn't take more than 7 turns, but it's not that easy to get the Shadow Feeder to proc with this guy and his 284 intellect. What I found in a slightly easier way is to boost your intellect using this Celtic View first, and that should help a little bit. I'm not entirely sure if this helps, but I found a little bit more success using with Celtic View equipped. I do not know if this is just a placebo effect or it's really actually doing something to help the roll against Wabio. But anyways, now we got 3 turns. Not ideal. Ideally I like a bit more turns, but I think we're out of SP here, so that's fine. Just going to Purple Rain everything back. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and use Sunburst Amulet over here. And this is because Sunburst Amulet, it is a 100% chance to burn the monster if I'm not wrong, okay? Or at least a very high chance to burn the monster. So I already got the burn off on him. For Neko, obviously I want to turn on all of my toggles, okay? If you're playing this again, then your toggles will have already been turned on. And if you're not talking through the video like me, you'll obviously be able to click everything faster. I want to go through everything with you guys, so I'm doing it slightly slower. Okay, so next thing I want to do is Prime Chaos Orb. Ideally, I want to get Fire Resist. Okay, 90% is actually good enough for me. So now what I want to do is switch over to the GPS armor. And then weapons, it doesn't matter what weapon, like I said before. Okay, you can use Sunburst Amulet for the extra stat bonuses as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to burn him as well with this. Okay, nice. And now my pet is going to attack, and my guesses are going to attack as well to do all of the burns and the bleeds. Okay, so now he's going to do a bunch of damage to me. That's fine. We'll do Essence Orb, and then we'll switch back to the Neko armor here and use Sunburst Amulet again, because most of the damage is going to come from the burn and the bleed, like I said. Okay, the weapon, maybe if you get a better weapon, it's going to do more damage, but that is not important at all. And you can just let your pet and gas continue to stack up the burns. And if you look at it here, 5,365. Okay, quite a lot of damage there, right? It will only go up as you get more and more. Okay, so you have to have some health potions, I realize, just in case you get a little bit too close. You know, you obviously don't want to die, because that is going to take a lot of time to respawn and get a full SP bar. Okay, so once his MP bar fills up, you can go ahead and use a fire armor and a fire shield instead. So I'm going to use Cozy Fazet Moglu, and for the items you want to switch over to Mana Trap, because he's going to use his mana item. So because I no longer have celerity, I'm going to inspire both my pet and my guest. Usually this is not needed if you got a little bit more lucky with the celerity, so you don't actually need to go ahead and inspire them. So this round I got a little bit unlucky because I only got 3 Shadow Feeder procs. On average I'm getting like 5 or 6 usually, so yeah, that is a lot better. And this turn we should be able to kill him. Okay, the burn and the bleed coupled with the mana trap should be able to kill him. Yep, nice. So very, very easy, and I would say relatively quick way of getting it. Oops, I missed it. Was that actually 4 million or 5 million gold? Yeah, 4 million gold. Okay, so the gold went down because I think I was looking at the bonus from the, what do you call that? Memorial Day bonuses, okay, which gives you 25% more gold and EXP. Nonetheless, it's still a pretty fast way of farming it. Okay, 4 million gold as opposed to fighting Zadnado 4 times. If you're keeping into account the loading times and the saving times, then I guess it could be slightly faster than farming Zadnado 4 times, okay, at least for my current build. But of course, if you're a backlasher build with the fruitcake house item, I still think that's the fastest way. It's like 1 million gold every 15 seconds, something like that. That is really, really insane, okay. But that is how I farm Wabio. Okay, now on to today's event, which is Necromancer class armor testing. Finally, guys, finally it is here. Very, very excited. Okay, so we had Paladin revamp last year, and this year we had Necromancer. So it's just a little short testing phase. Not much to see it, but we'll go ahead and try. Okay, so here we have Kaylee Obsidia, the new art, and if I'm not wrong, this comes from Lay. Lay is actually an he mainly does art for AQ Worlds. If you guys play AQ Worlds, you probably know who Lay is. He's also the creator of the Holoborn faction, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, guys, I did my homework before I started the video. Okay, so I think this art actually came from him. Really nicely drawn. The old Kaylee Obsidia was obviously very, very outdated with a 2D artwork and when it first came out and all that. So yeah, I quite like this artwork of her. Greetings, Fletchling Necromancer, ready to begin learning the dark arts. You can test the basic functions of your Necromancer armor and customize the colors of your minion. Okay, so what is interesting here is your Necromancer armor actually comes with a minion or minions, I'm not sure exactly, and you can fully customize the look of your minion, which I think is really, really cool. I do not know if the skills are out yet. Last I checked, I think they said the skills are going to take a lot longer for them to come out, so I don't know if you have skills to play around with first. So let's go ahead and paint our minion. Here you can change the color of the bone, okay, and and you can change the color of the eyes. I think I like a red. Okay, I think this looks really cool. Let's stick with this, black and red, edgy, just the way I like it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and test out the new armor. Okay, Testy Death Knight minion armor, randomizing stuff. This one is like your Scrambler Ray, I guess, but not for those who are darkness creatures. Okay, this could be useful. Necromancer Testy Cloak. I'm very lame, guys. I don't know why it sounds so funny to me. If you know, you know. But this is a kid-friendly channel, so we shall not say out. Okay. Are these new weapons? I don't know. Calvera Club. Okay. You can also replenish some of your HP. Magic damage, and then we have the Necro Staff. Yes, devastating by rare special attack. Can even impede your opponent's healing if you're a Necromancer. We don't really have a lot of healing bosses inside our adventure quest, so this is not that useful in my opinion, unless they are planning on coming up with healing mobs. Okay, like really, I can't even think of any healing mobs off the top of my head inside our adventure quest. Most monsters don't really heal, so I think this weapon is not that useful, honestly. We'll go ahead and get the Necromancer Testy Cloak. Okay, also another thing that I want to point out is I actually maxed out all my weapon slots already. You can only buy 75. Strange, I thought the max slots was 100, but apparently the max slots is 75. I'm sure I will eventually maxed out all of these slots, okay, because look at me, I'm a huge hoarder. But yeah, we'll see when we reach there. Right now, for my weapon slots, I actually have to buy the shared vault and dump some stuff inside there, so that I actually have space for my other items, okay. So we'll get the Necromancer Testy Cloak, and we'll get the Testy Death Knight Minion Armor. Oh, this is a miscellaneous item. Okay, why did they call it an armor then? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so it is a miscellaneous item, but it's called an armor. I guess it's your armor for your minion. So let's buy this as well. Okay, pretty cheap obviously, because this is not the max level version, and I know I'm saying that, but I myself have to keep that in mind, because I always forget and, you know, start to bash the armor unnecessarily because it's not max level standards. That was what happened last year during the Paladin armor testing phase. Like, there's this thing in my head that keeps telling me, oh man, the damage numbers are so low and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't realize I was not testing the max level version. I just keep forgetting, so I have to keep that in mind. Okay, so this is only level 70 version, okay, and nothing is finalized yet. This is still in the testing phase, so everything is subject to change. Keep that in mind. Alright, and we have the Testy Death Knight Minion Armor. So we are mostly going to be looking at the mechanics on how this thing works and all that. Let's bring this all the way up. Okay. Nice. Can't wait. Practice battle. Ooh. Oh, and they put a combat practice trainer here as well. How convenient. Nice. Okay. Testing. Okay. We will take away every single thing that we have, and I think we'll just use Infinitia stuff. Okay. Pets. We will not use a pet. Let's start battle. We'll take the gas away. Nice. Can I click on the minion? What does it do? Nothing? Wait. It does something. Hold on. What is that? What is this exactly? Is this a helmet item? I think it could be, but because I have a custom face, maybe it's not showing up. No skills? Yeah, I think there's no skills and whatnot. Oh, so your minion does the attacking for you. It is a neutral armor. Okay, level 70, 58% darkness, obviously, because you're a Necromancer. Weak to light, very obviously, 101%. Secondary resist, you have ice and earth. Okay, that makes sense. And then you have wind and energy as your tertiary resist, and fire and water, 93%. Okay, 39, 37, 42. Okay. And it looks like you are just commanding your minions. Oh, this is the cloak. This is not the helm item, sorry. Yeah, this is the cloak. I was wondering why there was no cloak. I definitely prefer it with the cloak though. So yeah, unfortunately this is all we have right now. Nothing much to showcase, but the fact that you can customize your minion, really, really cool. Can't wait to see what skills they will come up with. Just a little quick refresh on those of you guys who forgotten what the old Necromancer armor is, or what how good is the old Necromancer. So back in the old days, before we had all of these fancy Mastercraft armors and their fancy broken effects, Necromancer armors was a really, really good class. In fact, I still think it is a decently strong class nowadays before you reach max level. If you're the type who doesn't like to grind to max level, maybe you like to stay at around level 70 plus, around that range, because I remember back in the day I was using that armor at around that level range and it worked out really well. So Undead Mutant, that is one of the top skills of the armor. Very, very powerful skill. It does 4 hits and it's a crazy amount of damage. There was Undead Giant as well. Not as great as Undead Mutant, but nonetheless still a great skill for dealing damage. And there was the Fear skill, which is a 100% chance to take away 3 MRM from your enemy. 100% chance, guys. It deals no damage at all, but can take away 3 MRM. And a lot of people have used that to take on unbeatables like Wolf Wing, to take on like Nightbane. Nightbane, actually I'm not sure, maybe not Nightbane. Yeah, Wolf Wing. Wolf Wing was the very common one. A lot of people was using the Necromancer's Fear skill to take on Wolf Wing after reducing his MRM down to like 0 or like negative something. Then they start to actually use actual strategies. So I think it's quite cool that the old Necromancer class is getting a refresh, okay, or an update. inside of 2021, because it is by far one of the most defining classes in AQ's early days, and I'm really excited to see what the staff will be able to do with it. Unfortunately, right now there's nothing much for me to talk about. Oh, I forgot to check out the miscellaneous items. Sorry, I apologize for that. Okay, let us check out the miscellaneous item. Let's see what we'll do. Bring this out. So with a minion, you can essentially get guesses and a pet as well. I'm assuming this doesn't count as a guess or a pet, and that means that you can literally have an entire party on your side of the field. Okay, now pets, no, not pets, items. Testy Death Knight minion armor, no stats of its own. Using it will gear up your Necromancer classes minion in Death Knight armor. Ooh, okay, just a cosmetic item now, I guess. Can you, no, this is for the cloak. Okay, so yeah, just a cosmetic item. Not bad looking. I would say it's not bad looking. I'm not sure why the armor is only the top half. That looks a little weird to me. Okay, maybe like give the Death Knight minion a full set of armor instead of just the top half. Most looks like he's wearing a bra. Okay. But yeah, that is it. I quite like the artwork. I really like the artwork of the Necromancer armor. So for now, I guess we can only comment about the artwork. Artwork wise, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I really like the artwork on the Necromancer armor. As for the minion, I think it looks a little basic. Maybe a little bit more can be done to customize it and all that. Death Knight armor, like I said, give it a full set. Why is it only like the torso? That looks very weird to me. Okay, but nonetheless, I still think the little bug or glitch right here. Not sure if it has anything to do with the Necromancer armor. But yeah, the armor wise, the looks, I would give the Death Knight armor for the minion, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10 for now. If you make it a full armor, I'll probably bump it up to a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Necromancer testing. So far, not much to test other than looking at the artwork. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host, Korriban Gaming. Peace out.